say hello to your new favourite summer roast chicken, Spatchcock. Hello, summer! Spatchcocking, my favourite way to roast a bird, especially in summer. You get to flatten the bird to make sure that that breast meat stays juicy as well as the leg meat, and the whole thing's done in only 45 minutes to an hour. If only there was a way I could convince you to try to spatchcock a chicken and help you remember how to do it at the same time. Oh wait, news just in, there is, because I've made up a dance and it goes something a bit like this. I've heard it's going to be huge across clubs in Europe this summer, and lucky for you, it's dropping right now. Cut the backbone out, turn the body over, snap the breastbone, skewer. Cut the backbone out, turn the body over, snap the breastbone, skewer. Cut the backbone out, turn the body over, snap the breastbone, skewer. Cut the backbone out, turn the body over, snap the breastbone, skewer. Cut the backbone out, turn the body over, snap the breastbone, skewer. Cut, turn, snap, skewer. Lost the plot, but made me so happy. When was the last time you danced like that? And if it means that you remember how to spatchcock a chicken and you're encouraged to do it, then my work here is done. Now back onto a recipe, but who needs one of those when you can dance? I'm doing my absolute favourite way to roast a chicken. I love it. Spatchcocking. Just great. Apart from finding it funny to say the word cock, I love it because you get a whole roast chicken in half the time, and it's doubly as juicy because the breast meat hasn't had a chance to dry out yet. I think we all know that a whole chicken is made up of 2 breasts and 2 legs, don't we? No judgment if you didn't, but now we've got that covered, it's really important to understand because these 2 cuts cook completely differently. Breast meat has very little fat on it, therefore it can dry out more quickly. But the leg meat's got loads of fat, all rippling through the different muscles, so it stays juicier. But then here we have the problem, because when we roast a whole bird, we run the risk of drying out the breasts before the legs at the thickest part have done cooking. And that's why spatchcocking is the perfect solution and why I love it so much. Because what you're doing is flattening out the bird so that it cooks evenly in only 45 minutes, so these breasts are staying juicy. Hallelujah! So I'm going to turn this baby over onto its breast side. This is obviously the backbone, which runs from the neck all the way down to the parson's nose at the bottom, and you want to remove that. So hold on to the parson's nose, that flappy bit of skin. Get your kitchen scissors. You need heavy duty kitchen scissors or poultry shears like these. Put them to one side of the parson's nose and cut along one side of the backbone. You might have a tricky bit at the hip where the thigh meets the backbone, but just put some welly into it and you'll be fine. This is the bit. Double hands are needed. Fine, see, we did it. All the way up, and then repeat on the other side. Holding on. Here's the tricky bit. Double hands may be necessary. Yes. It's a far cry from Chocolate Cake, isn't it? The difficult second album. And that is your backbone. You don't need it for this, but don't throw it away. Put it in the freezer for next time you make stock, or if you're going to make stock out of the carcass of this, then keep it in the fridge. Next up, turn. So you've got the breast side up. Then press down on the breastbone and kind of imagine I'm doing a cardiac arrest. But the most important thing is you want to hear the breastbone snap, like this. And you flatten that now so it's wobbly and you can move it like this. Then tuck those little wingtips neatly into sunbathing position. And lastly, skewer, which is entirely optional, but it went with the music and it made my dance better. So you're going to go from the thigh through the breast meat up to that little wingtip one side, pressing down on the bird all the way. And all the way on the other side from the thigh, all the way through the breast, coming out at the wingtip on the other side. Hello, peekaboo! The pros for skewering is that it holds its shape and makes moving around the grill much easier if you choose to barbecue it. And obviously heat is conducted down the length of the metal skewers, which means this bird will cook quicker. So there's a strong chance this bird will be done in exactly 45 minutes. I focused on technique in this video because I think it's one that you'll come back to time and again, and now you know how to spatchcock, you can add your glossy glazes or spicy dry rubs. I'm just going to give it a once over with some olive oil, plenty of salt, and a good seeing to with some dried herbs. Then I'm roasting at 220 Celsius, 425 Fahrenheit for a sweet 45 minutes. Check on it then and see if the juices run clear. If they don't,
pop it in for a little bit longer, and if you're worried, then check with your meat thermometer. It'll read 165 Celsius. It'll read 165 Fahrenheit, that's 75 Celsius. Also, because it only cooks in 45 minutes, you can chuck in some new potatoes alongside and it'll be done at the same time. Ah! And I ought to add, my kids and husband grew these potatoes in our garden. Would you like to know how they did it? Right, see you in 45. I mean, check that out. Gorgeous, crispy, golden skin, and most importantly, super juicy breast and leg meat, all in under an hour. Just to show you how juicy.
Oh, look at this.
Wow. Sorry to do this, but oh, there she goes. That is the juiciest chicken you are ever gonna meet. Is that a bit rude? Oh dear, sorry. That is so juicy. It's ridiculous. It really is the best way to roast a chicken.
Oh, how about that? More! So good. On our grass.
The bird did a poop on our grass. Oh.
Not today.
Not again. Happy summer. So crank up the kitchen disco, dust off your dance shoes, because I hope you guys will be spatchcocking well into the summer.